Hi guys, this is Sonia Gatraj from Placement Interview, and in today's video we will get to know how to answer tell me about yourself in an interview question. When you first enter the building where your job interview will take place, you may need to check in with the reception and you're already so nervous. And the time you step forward and enter, the first question that is asked is, tell me about yourself. Sometimes even knowing that you should avoid addressing personal information and that your response to tell me about yourself or similar open-ended questions needs to be carefully planned. It can be hard to get started. To keep you on track, here are a few questions to ask as you brainstorm ways to respond and structure your answer. The first question is, what qualities makes you a great fit for this position? Think of what makes you stand out as a job applicant for this role. Perhaps it's your years of experience or some highly desired specialization, training, or technical skills. Preview the job descriptions by which you can exceed the requirements. Second question is, why are you interested in this role? Brainstorm why this position excites you, how it fits into your larger career goals, and why you feel it's the best next step. Lastly, you would ask, why are you interested in the company or the industry? After you have spent time researching the company and the industry, you should have a better sense of mission, goals, and trends impacting the industry. Do this align with the professional goals that you have set for yourself? What do you like and respect about the company as a whole? What excites you about the future of the industry? As you start building your story, the together and similarities among your professional goals, the future vision of the company and industry tends you feel are especially important. With all the above in mind, ask yourself, what is the positive trait or characteristics that you have had for a long time that will serve you in this role? For example, have friends and colleagues described you as specially organized, curious, entrepreneurial, or generous? Think about how you have thought of yourself or how others have seen you. Then think of recent examples from your life when you embodied that characteristics. How to answer tell me about yourself interview question. How you respond to tell me about yourself question can set the tone for the rest of the interview. Overall, when you practice your answer, you want to tell a great story about yourself that you can share in no more than 2 minutes. In your response, do these things instead. Number 1. Mention your past experiences and proven success as they relate to the position. Being by rereading the job description, take a note of the required skills that you have and identify recent stories that demonstrate them. Review the STAR method to practice telling great stories in your interviews. Ideally, you should draw preliminary from recent professional experiences. However, volunteer work can also support your narrative while demonstrating a commitment to your company. Number 2. Consider how your current job relates to the job you are applying for. Is it more senior role? If so, explain how you are taking on more responsibilities in your current position. If you are making a lateral transition to the role with different skills, describe how your current skills translate into a new position. Number 3. Focus on strengths and abilities that you can support with examples. When you start building the script of each example, focus on details and outcomes that can quantify if possible. For example, stating that you have improved customer service is less impactful than increased customer service. If you don't have the exact information, estimate its realistic values. Number 4. Highlight your personality to break the ice, because the tell me about yourself interview question is about getting to know you. It's a good idea to share information about your personality with your interviewer, but not personal details. You may want to briefly mention your hobbies that demonstrate intellectual development and or community engagement. For example, reading, music, sports league, volunteering, or those that showcase your personal discipline and achievements. Example, learning a new skill, training for a half marathon. Discussing personal interest is a good way to wrap up your response while maintaining a professional tone. There are some things to avoid while answering the tell me about yourself interview question. There are few important tips about what to avoid. If you're not prepared, there is a risk that your answer will become a long-winded and unclear. This may undermine your chance at the position. Here are a few things to remember when you're building a script for your responses. Number 1. Avoid mentioning personal information such as marital status, children, political or religious affiliation. This can be a highly sensitive topic that might work against you as a candidate. Such details should not be factored for the employer in determining your ability to perform the job. Number 2. Don't list multiple vague strengths without supporting examples. Instead, you may want to choose 2 or 3 qualities about yourself. Support each with a short, polished stories that can be sustained by your work experiences. Number 3. Do not summarize your resume word for word. Instead, discuss high points that are relevant to the position. Number 4. Don't rush into conversation regarding what you're looking for in the role or how the company can benefit you. Save such topics for the final stages of the interview process when they are sold on as a candidate and you have more leverage. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope it was informative for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then please hit the red subscribe button, as your love and support is the only source of our energy. And you can follow us on all our social media handles, and the links are in the description box below.